What's up, YouTubers and Expediter researchers? We've had a couple people ask us about trip planning. So we're on a run right now that I thought would be a really good run to kind of go over with you guys. Um, Kind of show you what we do first, how we plan out our routes, how we plan where we're going to fuel, and just basically how we plan our trips. So the very first thing I always do is I get on Google Maps. I'm going to be showing you this on the laptop, but of course you can use Google Maps on your phone. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the drop-off zip code. So if we're dropping off down near in Georgia, near Atlanta, and the zip code is 3005. I'm going to look at where that is. Zoom out a little bit, just kind of get an idea. All right, so I see it's just a little bit north of Atlanta. Then I'm going to see what kind of route that Google Maps is going to show me. So I'll put in my zip code of where I'm leaving from. 60031. Now this is going to give me a couple options just so I can see which route I'll be taking. Shows me some interstates, shows me some back roads, and looks like on this trip it shows me 3 different options I could take. If I go this way, I'm going to have to go down through Indianapolis. Let's zoom in real quick. Right here is Louisville. And then through Nashville, Chattanooga, and then down towards my final destination. Now, if you see, I got a couple different options here. If I want to avoid all the big cities, it looks like there's some back roads I could take right here. Now, going down through Indianapolis, Louisville, it's going to be 776 miles, and it's going to be 11 hours and 39 minutes. Now, I'm going to check this route right here. Now, this is only 744 miles, and it's 11 hours and 50 minutes. So, it's only about 11 minute more, but I save almost 30 miles. So, we're probably going to take this back road route just to save on miles. The load that we're doing is actually paying 766 miles. So if we take this back route, we're going to get paid more miles than what we're actually going to drive. So, we kind of make a little bit more money on that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where I'm going to fuel at. Now, on this particular load that we're doing right now, it requires us to drive 250 miles with nonstop immediately after we pick up. So once we pick up, we got to drive 250 miles, and we cannot stop within that time frame. So typically on loads like this, you're going to want to fuel up before you even pick up. We were down on our fuel. We were only down to a little bit over half. I probably could have made 250 miles, but on this route, on this back road, I know there's not going to be any TAs. So the closest TA that I know of is in Nashville along this route, and I'll show you how to look up fuel stops along your route also. But Nashville would have been my closest TA to stop at. We went ahead and filled up ahead of time so I could make this whole trip on that one tank. Now, if you go to travel centers, it's called ta/petro.com. If you look here, I've got in Indiana to kind of see where all the TAs are in it. So the route that Google Maps is having us go is right down this route. Now, I could cut over to this TA right here, which is it's a Petro actually in Brazil, Indiana. That would take me out of my route, and then I'd have to come back over to Terre Haute and then back down again. So that if I did that, that's going to basically lose the miles that I'm saving by taking this back road. So I'm not going to do that. Down here in Kentucky, it's going to take me all the way down to this 24, and the next TA to find, I would look in Tennessee. So if you go over here and look by state, select Tennessee. find locations. Then that's going to give me all the TAs in Tennessee. So I know I'll be passing through Nashville. And let's zoom in here real quick. Okay, so I have two options I could fill up in Nashville. One is going to be in downtown Nashville. And then the other one is just south of Nashville on this 24. So I have those two options. But I'm full of fuel right now, so I can make it past that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to look in Georgia where I can fill up next in Georgia. So go up here, go to Georgia, find locations. I got a couple options in Georgia. We're delivering up here in Alpharetta. So I'm not going to come all the way down to this Petro in Atlanta. That'd be out of my route also. So it looks like there's one just north of Atlanta. This is TA Cartersville. So what we'll do is we'll get all the way down to TA Cartersville, and this is how we like to do it. We like to fill up the tanks, and every time we fill up, we completely top them off. When we get down to Georgia, we'll fill up at this TA Cartersville. Then we'll make our drop off. Then we have pretty close to a full tank, and we're already ready for our next load. You know, we don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to have enough fuel to go pick up this load and then get fuel down the road. We're going to be pretty close to full. We'll fill up pretty close to where our drop off is. This is going to be a pretty good route, and I hope you guys can see this on the video. So you see we're picking up just north of Chicago. We're going to take these back roads down through Indiana. Then we'll get on the 24 in Kentucky, which goes down into Tennessee, down through Chattanooga. One thing I'm noticing, and the GPS might take us this route, I don't always go by Google Maps because we use, a lot of times Google Maps won't be truck specific. One thing that Google Maps isn't showing is if you look right here, let me zoom in a little bit more. There we go. So instead of coming all the way down into Atlanta, getting on the loop, and going back up north, and this is probably the route the GPS will take too, as long as this is a truck-friendly route. Being that it's a state highway, 92, chances are it will be truck-friendly. We'll go ahead and cut off here and cut across and probably save a couple more miles on this route. So you can't always really rely on the Google Maps. Well, especially not Google Maps because it's not truck specific. But on your GPS also, you really can't rely on it 100%. You always want to go on there and look at what kind of route it's going to be taking you. You can click on route and then zoom in on the maps on the GPSs also and see if it's going to be doing this. Now, if it is, what I'll do, you can zoom in here really close. Now, I can see this is Interstate 75 where I'll be cutting off on that 92, and it's exit 277. So, once I start getting close to that, I'll look for that exit 277, and I'll go ahead and, even if the GPS or Google Maps is not going to take me that route, I know that it's going to be a little bit of a shorter route. So I'll go ahead and look for that 277. We'll take that exit, and we'll just take that 99 all the way over to the drop-off over here. Because you see, instead of coming all the way down, across, and up, I can just go straight across, you know. Might take, might be about the same time frame, but I'm still going to save the miles. So a lot of times I'm looking to see if I can save a little bit of miles on it, because then that's going to increase my pay per mile. I'm still getting paid 766 miles, but if I can cut the route down a little bit by taking a little bit of a shorter route, then I'm still getting paid that 66 on the loaded miles. But let's say I only drive 730 miles. So that's 36 miles of pay that I'm getting extra that I didn't drive. So now it doesn't always work out this good, and I'll probably do a couple more videos like this in the future just to kind of show there's been times before where I've taken a longer route than I was being paid. For instance, going up into the Northeast. But I did that because it actually saved time. It was a shorter time, but more miles. And not only did it save me time, but it also saved me money in tolls. You know, the route I would take only would have cost me $10 in tolls, whereas if I would have took the shorter mile route, that would have cost me maybe $100 in tolls. So that $90 in savings on tolls, you know, makes it worth it to go those extra miles too. So, and I'll kind of, next time we do a load up into the Northeast, I'll do another video on how we trip plan that one. But I just wanted to show you one of our loads, how we trip plan this one. Typically when we're along our route, we really don't plan our driver swaps or rest breaks or anything. We just kind of play those by ear. If I'm driving, I can see on my Qualcomm how much time I have remaining to drive. I can see how long I've been driving, and it's sitting, our Qualcomm's usually sitting down here in the middle between two seats, so you can glance down at it real quick. And if you see a rest area, go ahead and hit that rest area. You know, if you see a truck stop, go ahead and hit that truck stop. Even if you've only been driving for 2 hours, pull off at that truck stop, use the restroom real quick, check your lights, check your tires, stuff like that. But those kind of things we typically just play by ear. The most important things is our route and where we're going to be fueling at. I hope this is helpful. If you guys got any questions, feel free to comment down in the bottom. Send us an email or however you want to contact us. Just say, if you got a question, don't hesitate to ask. We'll do our best to try to answer your question on that. I hope you guys like this video. And until next time, we'll see you guys in our next video. Peace, love, and expediting.